Debt consolidation is a powerful strategy for individuals overwhelmed by multiple debt payments, high interest rates, and financial stress. When approached with care and a clear understanding of how it works, debt consolidation can simplify your financial life, reduce your interest burden, and help you regain control of your money. However, if done impulsively or without a solid plan, it can worsen your financial situation. To consolidate your debt wisely means not only merging debts into one payment, but also changing the financial habits and behaviors that led to the accumulation of debt in the first place. The core idea behind debt consolidation is to combine multiple outstanding debts into a single loan or credit account, ideally with a lower interest rate or more manageable terms. This allows you to make one monthly payment instead of juggling several. The types of debt commonly consolidated include credit cards, medical bills, payday loans, and personal loans. By consolidating, you may save money on interest, reduce your monthly payment amount, and get a clearer path to becoming debt-free. However, not all consolidation options are equal, and success depends on choosing the method that best matches your financial circumstances and goals. Before you even consider consolidation, it is essential to take a detailed inventory of your current debts. List out every obligation, including the balance, interest rate, due date, and minimum payment. This includes not just credit cards, but any store cards, installment loans, or personal loans you've taken out. Gathering this information provides a clear picture of how much you owe and to whom. Understanding the total amount of debt and the varying interest rates will help you evaluate whether consolidation will save you money and which method might offer the best long-term outcome. Once you have a clear understanding of your total debt load, the next step is assessing your financial capacity. Review your income, expenses, and monthly budget. If you are consistently spending more than you earn, consolidation will not solve the underlying problem of overspending. To make the most of a consolidated loan, you need to have enough income to make consistent payments while avoiding new debt. A well-balanced budget with room for emergencies and essential expenses is the foundation of successful debt consolidation. Without it, any solution will be short-lived. One of the most common and straightforward methods of debt consolidation is obtaining a personal loan from a bank, credit union, or online lender. With a personal loan, you borrow a lump sum of money and use it to pay off all or most of your existing debts. The new loan typically comes with a fixed interest rate, fixed monthly payment, and a defined repayment period. If you qualify for a loan with a lower interest rate than what you're currently paying on credit cards, the savings can be significant. A personal loan also gives you the discipline of fixed terms, meaning you'll have a clear payoff date as long as you make payments on time. However, qualifying for a favorable rate depends heavily on your credit score, income, and overall financial health. Another popular method is using a balance transfer credit card. These cards offer an introductory period, often between 12 and 18 months, of 0% interest on transferred balances. If you're approved, you can transfer your high-interest credit card debt to the new card and pay it off aggressively during the promotional period. This method can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars in interest. However, it requires discipline and careful planning. If you fail to pay off the balance before the promotional period ends, the interest rate may jump significantly. Additionally, some cards charge a balance transfer fee, which should be factored into your cost analysis before proceeding. For those with substantial unsecured debt and steady income, a debt management plan, DMP, through a nonprofit credit counseling agency may be the wisest option. A DMP is not a loan, but rather a structured repayment plan negotiated by a counselor on your behalf. The agency may secure lower interest rates, waive certain fees, and establish a consolidated monthly payment that fits your budget. You make one payment to the agency, and they distribute the funds to your creditors. DMPs typically last between 3 to 5 years, during which you must commit to not using new credit. These plans are best for people who want guidance and accountability, and they can help preserve or improve your credit score over time. In contrast, debt settlement should be approached with extreme caution. This method involves negotiating with creditors to settle your debt for less than you owe, often after making reduced or no payments for several months. While this might seem appealing, it comes with serious consequences, including damage to your credit score, fees to the settlement company, and potential tax liability on forgiven debt. Settlements are usually a last resort for individuals facing financial hardship with no other viable options. In many cases, consumers can achieve better outcomes by working directly with creditors or choosing a more transparent consolidation strategy. Regardless of which consolidation method you choose, it is critical to avoid accumulating new debt after consolidation. Many people make the mistake of paying off credit cards through consolidation, only to fall back into old spending habits and reaccumulate balances. This leads to an even worse situation: double the debt and higher financial pressure. To prevent this, destroy or lock away your old credit cards and avoid using credit unless it is part of a carefully controlled financial plan. The goal of consolidation is not just to shift debt around, but to pay it off entirely and permanently. Building new financial habits is a key element of consolidating debt wisely. After consolidating, use your simplified payment plan as an opportunity to track spending, build a budget, and set financial goals. Start saving regularly, even if it's a small amount, and create an emergency fund to avoid future reliance on credit. Financial discipline in the months and years following consolidation determines whether you truly gain freedom or end up in a cycle of recurring debt. This is your chance to reset your financial life and develop a healthy relationship with money. Communication is another overlooked component of successful consolidation. If you're struggling to keep up with payments, don't ignore the problem. Contact your creditors or lender immediately. Many are willing to offer hardship programs, deferments, or modified terms. Hiding from debt only allows interest and fees to accumulate. Transparency and honesty often result in more favorable outcomes than avoidance. If you work with a credit counseling agency, be open about your entire financial situation so they can provide the best guidance tailored to your needs. One significant benefit of consolidation is the psychological relief it can bring. Juggling multiple minimum payments with different due dates is not just financially stressful, it's mentally exhausting. Consolidating into one clear monthly payment reduces the mental clutter and helps you focus. That sense of simplicity and control can motivate you to stay on track and continue progressing toward your debt-free goal. While it doesn't erase the debt, it organizes and simplifies your repayment path, making success more achievable. It's also worth noting that timing matters when it comes to consolidation. Consolidating during a period of financial stability, when your income is steady and your credit score is relatively healthy, will increase your chances of qualifying for better rates and terms. Waiting until you are already in crisis can limit your options or result in higher borrowing costs. The best time to consolidate is when you have a clear understanding of your debt, a plan to manage it, and the resources to execute that plan. Being proactive rather than reactive gives you more leverage and flexibility. As with any major financial decision, it is vital to do your research before consolidating. Compare lenders, read the terms carefully, and understand all fees involved. Look for transparency, customer service support, and strong reputations. If an offer sounds too good to be true, like instant debt forgiveness or guaranteed approval, it probably is. Scams and predatory lenders prey on desperate individuals, so protecting yourself through education and careful vetting is crucial. Seek guidance from certified credit counselors, financial advisors, or nonprofit agencies if you're unsure about your options. Lastly, consolidating debt is not just a financial maneuver, it's a mindset shift. It requires committing to long-term change, resisting quick fixes, and redefining your relationship with credit and money. If you consolidate your debt with the intention of transforming your financial behavior, you will not only pay off your obligations faster, but also set the foundation for a more secure and abundant future. The lessons you learn through this process, discipline, budgeting, patience, and resilience, are invaluable and will serve you for the rest of your life. In conclusion, consolidating your debt wisely involves more than just choosing the right loan or transfer card. It begins with a clear picture of your financial situation, continues with a strategic choice that fits your needs, and is sustained through consistent payments, behavioral changes, and long-term financial planning. Whether you use a personal loan, balance transfer, or debt management plan, the success of your consolidation depends on discipline, understanding, and a true commitment to financial change. Debt consolidation, when done thoughtfully and responsibly, can be the turning point that takes you from financial stress to financial freedom.